Check. Check 1, 2. How about now? 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 Guys, hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Wow. All right. So, stuff got changed around. Stuff got changed around. And you know what? It was probably a good thing that it started that way, because that feels how it started for Spurs. I don't know what happened the last couple matches, but I don't know if you saw me, but I've been breathing deep. Breathing in, breathing out. Anybody else been doing some deep breathing those last couple matches? I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad you're here. I was saying welcome to all of you. Welcome, Eunice. Welcome, Rune. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Lemonade Cookie. Welcome, Techno. Welcome, Regina. It's so good to see you all here. Man, we've got a lot to discuss, and it was a difficult week. It feels like I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know if you knew this. If you're paying any attention, you probably aren't, but I'm paying attention because it's my channel. But literally every time Spurs lose, I'll lose a subscriber. Every time. We've lost a couple subscribers. Like literally minutes after the Liverpool match, people unsubscribed to my channel. I was like, what's going on, fam? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? But you know what? I understand. It's because people don't want to be talking about sad things like this. But here we are, and we're going to do it. I'm excited because you know what's happening today, right? You know what's happening. Tottenham Trivia is happening at the end of the show. And so we need to get our brains moving again, get it all out of our system so that we can have our brains really thinking clearly with all the trivia that's coming up. We've still got Regina at the top. Congratulations, Regina. Techno and Ginty in second. Oh, I didn't mess up. I messed up third. It should say third on there. But anyway, we got lots of people. How do you join the trivia? You are in the trivia right now. If you're in the chat, you are joining it. I'm not doing head-to-head today. I just thought, let's just do it right on the chat. You guys will be a part of it. So stick around. Last 15 minutes of the show, we will have the trivia, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I got some fun questions, and I want to get as many people involved as absolutely possible. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to that fateful game where we played against Liverpool. Now, like I said at the top of the show, like I've been saying in the Discord, this is going to be about expectations today. So we're going to talk about what we expected coming in to this, weekend, and then how we're doing coming out of this weekend. So yeah, last stream I did do head-to-head, but I didn't do it this time. I'm a little bit behind. You could tell my microphone wasn't working and some things like that. But here we are. We're here. So what's going on, Ravenger? I'm so glad you're here as well. So here's the first question I asked back about the Liverpool match. Who was your man of the match? And here was the thing. I mean, to be honest, it felt like, was there even a man of the match? I don't know. I feel like it's pretty clear we could say Højbjerg. He's the only one who scored the goal. He's got that leadership quality. But it was just such a disappointing display. And then you find out Serge Aurier, he's walking out the stadium at halftime. Harry Kane is, walking out on those bum ankles at halftime. It's just such a bummer and difficult to know. But I see people saying Højbjerg, and I think that's probably the right way. So before we get too deep into this, I just want to remind you as well, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We're going to be talking about expectations today. We're going to be talking about Liverpool match, talking about the Brighton match. We're going to be having some trivia later, and we also have a special guest that's going to be joining us a little bit later in the show to help us kind of detox and get all these terrible feelings and emotions out of our system. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So let's go back. Who was your man of the match against Liverpool? A lot of you were saying Højbjerg, and yeah, in the Discord, I asked these questions, and it was just a flurry of answers, but not about the questions. People were having a lot of the feels. And so this was my first question. Ginty said Højbjerg, he was going to send in some audio, but he doesn't need to justify that it was Højbjerg and Ndombele as a close second. I see Mohammed saying Pierre as well. And I think that was the case. I mean, that goal was beautiful. And such a fitting strike for Højbjerg, right? Just as hard as he possibly can, blasting it into the back of the net. I loved that. But it was not enough. It was certainly not enough. And what did you guys think of that match? Because I just felt, you lose Aurier, you lose Kane. You start to wonder, who are we as a team? And I think you saw that on Sunday. We were really struggling. So I'm looking back at this. Give Højbjerg the armband, the captain's band. They keep asking him to come out after the match and try to talk about what happened and things like that. There's a lot of pressure, I think, in that. And you do at the very last game against Brighton, Lloris was the last, because it's just like, dude, keep making Højbjerg do these interviews after the match. It's just so tough. So that was the first question. I was like, who is your man of the match? The second question that I asked was this: start, sub, or sell? And I've got up there Toby, Dyer, and Rodon. And I mean, goodness, even just thinking about our whole back line, you could do this about. But yeah, so sub, start, or sell. And so what I want to do, I'm going to bring up some audio that Regina sent in. And we're going to talk about all these kind of together because they're all kind of mixed together. So let me play a little bit of Regina's audio. Let me know if you can hear this. We're going to start with the first question, though, going back to that. Who was Regina's man of the match? Here's what she had to say.
My man of the match was by far our midfield general, Højbjerg. The guy made the most touches, the most interceptions, the most recoveries, and the most duels out of everyone on the pitch, including the away side.
It's crazy.
He also scored his first goal for Spurs in style.
Yes.
It was a really good strike.
It was.
And it's just a shame that his special moment was kind of overshadowed by our woeful display and woeful result.
Yep.
And you could also argue that he was the only player to really show desire and effort and passion for the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Everyone else let him down big time. So I would give him the man of the match.
It's hard to disagree with you, Regina, and I feel like you hit on so many different things. It just feels like the heart, the soul, and Jose mentioned that in his post-match after Brighton, but I feel like the heart, the soul of the team is just missing. Toothless and heartless is how I felt about that. And then, Regina, you also answered the second question about start, sub, and sell. And I know your boy Eric Dyer is up for debate in this one. So let's hear what Regina had to say about that.
From the Brighton game onwards, I would love to see a Toby and Rodon partnership because Toby's experience and football intelligence mixed with Rodon's pace and aerial ability would complement each other quite well.
I have to say, Regina, I was not expecting you to say that. I would have expected maybe more Dyer and Toby, but I can see what you're saying after that match. So let's continue.
I think, and as much as I love Dyer, I think we can all agree that it's about time Jose drops him on the bench, because as much as he's improved, he's not consistently good enough to be considered as one of the undroppables.
Yep.
So, yeah, in terms of our defense, I'm interested to hear what other Spurs fans think is the way forward.
Yeah. Wow. That's I want to say you're a true Tottenham fan. You know what I mean? Because you've got this player. Obviously, you love Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer loves you. I mean, that's how the song goes. We all know that. But yeah, certainly a bit of a frustrating, I would just say, a couple games for Eric Dyer. And it's easy for him to be dropped at this point. So I don't know if I would sell him, but here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to answer some of these questions. Let me go back to the chat here. We've got Rune saying, start Toby, sub Rodon, sell Dyer, easy. Wow. All right. And you're not the only one to have said stuff like that. Toby is getting old. Dyer is just dead wood. Roden is still young. So, Alex, based on your stuff here, I'm assuming you're going to say start Roden, sub Toby, and sell Dyer. Wow. Okay. Regina cares about the team over Dyer. Exactly. That's what I want to say. Props to you for doing that, because that is not easy to do. But to be honest, you guys know I've got a soft spot for that one BD33 Ben Davies, and he let me down on the weekend too. So is disappointing. So if you were going to do that, start, sub, sell, what would you say? You can put that in the comments. I personally, I would say the same. I would say start Toby, sell Dyer, which is just so tough. But I think because of he probably would have the most cash in, and then sub Roden at least at this time. We got the chat still blowing up. Let's see. Ashley Carter says we should give Messi our stadium so he can come to Tottenham. Okay, it might be tough to do. Sell Toby and Dyer, bench Roden, and then bring these other two in. Okay. Rune, I feel really bad for every other Spurs fan for yesterday. My country won a World Cup, so I couldn't be that angry. Well, it's hard to be angry when that happens. Yeah, so let me go. I want to show some of this stuff here. Let me switch over. A couple things. So I put these questions to Twitter as well. And I see Dakota in here. What's going on, Dakota? I wanted to share what Dakota had to say. Dakota said, start Rodon because he's young and good. Sub Alderweireld because he's old and good. And sell Dyer because he's the most profitable. And then the third question that I asked, this was another question I put out there, was this one here. Hope you can see this. Pick a GIF that sums up your feelings right about now. And so we saw his GIF, and I think, man, it's such a perfect GIF to explain how he's feeling. Yeah, I'm fine, but maybe not really. Not really on the inside. And I think that is just so true. Man of the match, Eunice said Comrade Højbjerg. The Irish Hotspur, David Harris. Man of the match was Højbjerg. Only player who showed a winning mentality today. I loved his reaction when he scored the goal to get the ball back the halfway line and to go at them. Holly Agumbar, man, she didn't even post. This is like true heart feelings, am I right? Because she didn't even post a GIF. She just posted a picture of herself and just the anguish after losing to Liverpool. And then I see John Kai is in the chat. John, you said on here, that's messed up. I think it's true. Højbjerg for the man of the match. Start Roden, sub Toby, sell Dyer. Man, there's a lot of sell Dyers, and it's just, it's hard. It's hard because it's where we're at, and the market is so volatile. I don't think we can get anybody in or out that easily. And we're seeing that even today. You know, we got some loans happening. I think I saw, what's his name, moved to Ipswich. Blanking on his name right now. But so it's tough stuff. But that's where we're at. It's just absolutely where we're at right now. So let's see what other people are saying in here. Muhammad says, I feel like Jose said something about Harry in the dressing room, and I feel like he said that we are done for the season instead of saying Harry's injury is not the end of the world. Oh, I don't know. I wonder what he said. Ravenger's laughing at my my Ben Davies. Dude, if we could sell, see, I'm not like married to Ben Davies, okay? But dude, if we could sell Ben Davies and get some cash flow in, we need it right now. But we just don't have any. I mean, we're playing Sissoko at right back, fam. What are we doing? I don't even know. Dennis Sirkin over Ben Average. Oh, gosh. Why can't we see Tanganga and Toby playing? That's a great question. I don't know if Tanganga is struggling with injuries. It seems to be his struggle. But I want to go back to something. Speaking of Tanganga, speaking of, what that could look like. Check this out here. This is back in October 10th. I bookmarked this. I don't know if you can see that down at the bottom. October 10th. This is what, when we were just getting that season kicked off, we all had this feeling. We all had this feeling like, wow, we got Kane and Vinicius. We got Lamella, Lucas, and Bale. We've got Sonny and Bergwijn and Dele and Lo Celso and Winks and Tanguy. I mean, there just seemed to be depth to this squad. And here we are, February 1st. We're out of January already. I mean, these two players in the middle, they don't even exist. They don't even exist. Lo Celso, he's more injured than Lamella right now. And Dele, I don't know what's going on. They say it's an injury, but who knows? Who knows what to believe? But this was back in the good old days when we had hope and we thought that we were going to be closer, closing in on the top of the table. Do you remember these days? They seem so long past. So, man, it's tough. It's just tough to look at. It's just tough to even remember back to those days. But let me go back to the Discord server. By the way, if you have not joined our Discord server, you totally should. Let me put this in the chat here. Some of the information for Discord. Let me pull this up. If you're a person that struggles with profanity, sorry about that, but here we are in the Discord server. Sometimes it happens. All right, this was a GIF that was posted, and I think that's kind of how we all felt for that. Another one we got in here, Genty. Serious? Come on, man. I mean, I think that's another way that I have felt for sure. I think, he put even a GIF for the man of the match, which I loved and appreciated. And then Regina down here with just screaming into the pillow. I think that sums up a lot of the emotions. It's just so tough to watch. It's just tough to watch. So I want to move on from some of it because it's disappointing. Let me go back to some of these questions though. Really quickly, sorry. I want to talk about this right here. Let's talk expectations. And before we really get into this, I want you to type into the chat, what were your beginning of the season expectations? Like before a ball was kicked, we got our transfers through before the ball was kicked. What were your expectations for the season? What did you think we would do in the Premier League, Europa, Cups, etc.? Just put that in the chat. And then I'm going to come right back and I'm going to bring on my special guest. And my special guest is going to be the one to have this discussion about expectations with you. And then I want us to come back and talk about what are your expectations now that we're more than halfway through. So I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Put those in the chat. And we'll be back with our special guest. Just you wait. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Hotspur, and I am a pseudo-psychologist. And I just want to welcome you to my office. We are dealing with some strange times. And when you talk about strange times, we want to talk about expectations. Sometimes our expectations get too high. We have a friend who, lets us down. Sometimes it's a parent that lets us down. But today I want to talk about Tottenham Hotspur letting us down. You might know a good colleague of mine, Dr. Tottenham, but I am not Dr. Tottenham. I am pseudo-psychologist Dr. Hotspur, and I'm here to talk about expectations. So looking through the chat here, let's see what we've got. We had some people that were saying before the season began, their expectations were top 4 and a trophy. Top 4 and the Europa. Some people said top 3 and win Europa. I see Ashley here said FA Cup and Champions League football. Rune said, my expectation was 5th and no trophy. And Techno says, I'm not going to say anything. You have every right, Techno, to keep that to yourself. But here we are, mid-season, and the expectations feel like they might have been too high. At least I know for myself, my expectations were too high. My expectations at the beginning of the season were Champions League and 2 trophies. Looking back, that was a terrible expectation. So I think we all need to just take a breath right now and say, whatever cuss words want to come out of your mouth, because you just want to let it all out right now. And especially after 2 games of terrible play, we all want to let it out. All right, anybody, I don't know. I just felt like we all needed a little bit of a therapy session with Dr. Hotspur, and I'm glad that I could be Dr. Hotspur for you. How's everybody doing? Are we still feeling like we need to get it out more? Because we're looking at these expectations, and we thought, man, this was going to be it. We brought in all these great players. We had a strong start to the season. I mean, we were in first place. It felt so good. But here we are, just needing some Spurs therapy. Just talking, expectations. Let me go back to that. Oops, that's just me. We need to talk about expectations for the rest of the season. We're halfway through. And I think, you tell me, is top 4 too high of an expectation? Is top 4 too high of an expectation? You tell me. I feel like it might be, which is just insane. Mohammed's saying no. And I know it's real close, right? But look where we are. We're below West Ham right now. I know we got a game in hand. But the way we've been playing, we can't even beat Brighton. It really does feel like Liverpool. I think Regina said this. Liverpool are our bogey team. And man, is that frustrating. Because every time we come up against them, we lose, and then we lose confidence. Yeah. Regina, I also got on the Tottenham hype train, or the title race hype train. Totally. Before 2 months, I expected that we will win the league. Yeah, I think we all felt like, man, things were going really well. I felt really good. I was saying, I think I said this multiple times now. I was saying 3rd in the league and 2 trophies. I thought FA Cup and Europa, or League Cup and Europa. I just thought we were going to get 2. But, looking at Harry Kane being out, looking at just, let me go back to my office. Sorry. Looking at Harry Kane being out, looking at, just the form. We're heartless. We're toothless. It's hard to imagine us being anywhere near those types of things. All right, back to the chat. Let's see what we got going on here. Ravager, we were top 4 for like the past 5 years, but at the moment, yes. Man, I don't know. Techno, please, I'm getting even worse. Okay, Techno, we're getting it all out right here, right now. That's the whole point. We just get it out here, and then by the time we get to Thursday, we're ready again. Because that's the real question. I mean, I've got this question for you. I put this at the end because I think this is it. What keeps you watching Spurs, even when the going gets tough? Right? And I feel like it's so easy for us to just be like, when we're flying high, we're flying high. And what's great about Spurs, right? It's a bit of a roller coaster. Like sometimes you're flying high and then boom, you hit Liverpool and you get that stomach drop feeling. But I want to see us do well. I think that's why I keep watching Spurs. And maybe it's because I feel like Spurs are a little bit like me. Like I'm just a normal, everyday Joe Blow kind of guy. I win some, I lose some. And yeah, and then, you know, Spurs will just lose some. And you're like, well, I'm not that bad. I don't lose like multiple games in a row, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just feel like it's so, yeah, it's the hope. Ashley Carter. That you're saying it right there, Ashley. I don't know if you're a she or a he. I'm sorry. I shouldn't assume anything. Hope keeps me watching Spurs. I would completely agree. All right. Tosh says, we made it to 5th last season and our situation was far worse. I think we'll bounce back. That's a good call. I like that hope. Techno, I told everyone don't get hyped and look at us now. It has hit us very hard. Techno, did you take your own advice? You know, if you were Dr. Hotspur, pseudopsychologist, saying don't get your hopes up, did you get your hopes up? Because I think I did. Possible Ndombele injury. Yeah, I know that would be terrible. Playing Liverpool is just like taking a toy from a baby. Oh, man. Yeah. Passion and love for the club. That's what keeps me watching, of course. Yeah. I'm a dude, bro. Yeah, sorry, Ashley. My bad. A lot of Ashleys in America are female, but I've met a couple male Ashleys. That's why I was like, I needed to stop myself from talking. All right, hope. What hope? Ravenger, come on. Get back on the hope hype train. So, another question that I had for everybody, what was this one right here? What does Jose need to do to move things forward? You know, I've seen a lot of people saying Jose out, Anik out. Like, people, come on. Let's be realistic here. We're not. Anik is not going anywhere. Daniel Levy is not going anywhere. Especially not right now. Right? We're talking about a pandemic. No fans. You don't want to rock the boat any more than it's already rocking. And I think with Jose, Jose was given this project with the idea that it would take a rebuild. I mean, even Poch said it was going to take a rebuild. And I see people on both sides of this, and you might agree with one side or the other. You might say, you know, this is Jose's squad. You know, I think we've had 9 players come in since Jose took over. 9, I think. 7 in the summer and 2 in last January. Is that what it is? But we've had a lot of players come in. But a lot of youth too, right? Like Ryan Sessegnon is on loan. Skippy's out on loan. Troy Parrott's out on loan. So is it really fully his team? I don't know. Is this Poch's leftovers that, you know, Jose's trying to recook and turn into some sort of, you know, leftover dinner? Potentially. And we did well for a season. But the other thing I want to keep in mind is that we have played so many matches. We had to play into Europa, and we were going, you know, 4 games in a week. And I'm imagining that that's going to tire out some legs. I know that we've got guys like Sonny and Harry. They play game after game after game, and obviously Harry's been dealing with injuries the last couple of years of his career. But it's it's definitely a difficult time. So what do you think? What does Jose need to do to move things forward? Let's see. We've got Lemonade Cookie saying work on tactics with the backup team. I like that. I really like that. I feel like Jose generally has It's like his starting 11, his first team, the tactics with the first team are clinical and clear, and everybody knows their role. But like you're saying, that second team, that backup team, that B team is just, I don't know. I don't even know what we're watching. And I saw this in the Discord, and it didn't answer some of the questions, but I know like Rob was saying like, there's no attacking mindset. That doesn't look like any specific tactic of other than just kick the ball long. And, you know, when you've got Harry Kane up there, you can do that. He's incredible. But when Harry Kane is not up there, you know, Sonny looks like he's struggling. Jinty said, is Son Heung-min like the greatest luxury player ever? I don't know if he's luxury, but he's certainly streaky. Eunice says, change the style of play. Give the players the chances they deserve. Hint, Carlos, Vinny. Don't start Dyer. That's what he needs to do. You know, I would agree with you. I don't understand why he doesn't trust Vinny. I also don't understand, and maybe I do, but I also don't understand, why does Vinny have to play with Lucas Moura? I understand they both speak Portuguese, and maybe he's afraid like he'll get lost on the pitch. If like in terms of like what tactics are being shouted at him or something like that, I don't know. But I don't understand, like whenever Vinny comes on, it's like Lucas Moura is also on. It's two subs always at once. And don't start Dyer. I think the last two games have warranted him to be dropped. It's just hard. You don't start Dyer, and then you've got, you know, rookie Rodin, you've got Sanchez. I don't know why we keep starting Sanchez. That's another thing. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Mentioning, yep, Jack Clark, CCV. Never forget CCV, dude. Oh my gosh. All right. Juan Foyth. Yeah, there's another one. There's another, Poch, CB, that, yeah, I haven't really thought about that. Foyth and Sanchez. Those are two center backs that Poch brought in that are, you know, Jose's trying to park the bus, and we're all just riding the struggle bus. It's just not happening. Techno says, take the shackles off, play attacking, and play the way we played versus West Ham in the games before that, because we know how Sanchez isn't trusted. Hopefully the same mistakes wouldn't happen. I would say West Ham in the first half, but second half against West Ham was atrocious. I was trying to say earlier in the show, I wrote down, start with the positive, and I was like, we are positively atrocious. I don't really know how to start with the positives on that one. So we talked about how our expectations have changed. You know, one of the things I wanted to do, and maybe we can do that after trivia. I don't know, maybe before trivia. Trivia is coming up, by the way. If you're excited, or if you're not excited, get excited, because I'm super stoked for what we've got. You know, trivia is just always a fun way to laugh a little bit, enjoy a bit of the ride. But so yeah, I made this. Let me change this up really quick while I'm doing this. Guys, I haven't put on a sport coat in forever, especially with COVID. It's like, when does that happen? Let me write this in here really quick. And sorry about this. Should have had this ready. And then last one. We're going to do this right now, and I want you to help me out. So this is something that I wanted to discuss. We did something like this before. I did like world class down to terrible. But let me see if I can show this. That kind of works. What about this one? There we go. So I wanted to put this together. Who is above expectations, who is meeting expectations, and who is below expectations? So I would love for you to help me out putting this together. So we can start wherever. You can just put a player name in there and who's meeting expectation, who's above expectations, who's below expectations. And as you're doing that, I'm going to read some of these other ones while we're getting this going. So we need a plan B. Ashley said, we need to stop playing 5 at the back and go back to 4-2-3-1. I would agree. I think the reason why we went to that 5 at the back was against Sheffield, and it worked. But yeah, it's definitely not working right now, and it's so defensive when we've got all these amazing, I thought at least, amazing and talented attacking players. Tosh, we need a plan B. Yes, I think we've all been saying that, Tosh. I would agree with you since, I don't know, maybe since the end of November. Eunice, there's no chemistry between the first and second team. Hell, even the starting team lacks chemistry at times. And it's true. Techno, we have to start Dyer and Toby right now. There's a Dyer shout out, which is good. I think Dyer and Toby, but man, I just keep going back to that Liverpool goal. I just can't stop that image of him just like watching the ball go by. And you could blame that on Lloris too, because maybe he should have come out. And then I think our players give their all in the first half. In the second half, just let's finish it. Yeah, it's weird because, you just think the first half starts strong, and then we've let in so many goals. 75th minute and onward. Okay, so let's take a look at this together, and I would love for you to help me out. And I'm going to put some players up here, and then based on what you guys are saying, I might move them around a little bit. Okay. Because I'm definitely not the expert. You guys are experts more than me. That's why I love doing this show. You know, a lot of people, it's a fan show, and that means the fans ask the questions, but I'm asking you the questions. I want to ask you what's what. Okay, I think we could all agree. Højbjerg, where that boy at? Big H. Hello, there he is. Above expectations. I don't even think that's a question. If you're questioning if Højbjerg is above expectations, you got nobody above expectations. Totally. Let's see. Regina says Bale, Sanchez, Dyer, and Bergwijn below expectations. All right, I'm going to agree with you. On, let's see. This is hard. Where is everybody? They're so small. Gareth Bale, I would agree, is below expectations just because his fitness is so much lower than I thought it would be. Sanchez definitely is below expectations. I would agree with that one. Dyer, I'm going to say is meeting expectations, and this is what I mean by that. I don't expect Dyer to be... he's playing in a center back. He hasn't played in a center back role for Poch. So I kind of expect him to make mistakes. I don't expect him to be... not that I expect him to be our backup, but I do kind of expect him to be second choice as a CB, not the first choice. So he's kind of meeting expectations for me. Let's see, Bergwijn. Yeah, he's kind of below expectations for me too, even though I love Stevie B. I just feel like he's doing a lot of the defensive work, which is what I'm sure Jose loves about him, but really, really struggling on that offensive end of the ball. Techno, meeting expectations. You got Bergwijn. Okay, I can see that. Bale below expectations. Hart below expectations. I would agree with that. I expected more. I feel like I understand why Jose continues to pick him ahead of Gazzaniga, and I think Gazzaniga might be on his way out. I haven't looked in the past hour or so, but man, it is so... Yeah, he's just got like his arms. You shoot from outside the box, and it just seems like it's bound to go in, which is really disappointing. Really disappointed with Bale. I would agree. Reggie up, above expectations. I don't think he's above expectations. Personally, I kind of expected more. The guy makes a lot of mistakes. He overcommits. I'm not sold on Reguilon. Like I've said before, I just don't think that he's consistent enough. And I'm not saying Ben Davies is above expectations either. I don't even know if Ben Davies is meeting expectations at this point. I know you guys want to know what I'm going to say. BD33. But I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna cruise through a couple of these. Lo Celso, way below expectations. This guy has, he just has so many injuries. It's so painful and frustrating. Like I never see him. I don't understand what it is about him that he played so well when he had to play for a contract, and then he's disappeared. It's what's going on? Undemballer way above expectations this year, and that's with high expectations. That's what I love about him. He plays out of his mind. He just blows our minds every week. Winksy, I'm going to say, is meeting expectations, and only because I expect him to make those mistakes. I don't expect him to do too much. Gaza, I'm not even going to put up there because we hardly see him play. Danny Rose, I'm not even going to say. Man, Hugo Lloris, where would you put Lloris? Anybody have any ideas for where to put Lloris? I don't feel like he's above expectations. He's not blowing my mind right now. Let's see what people say. In the middle, some people saying above, below expectations. Hugo meeting. Yeah, I think I'm going to say meeting expectations. It's not like he's playing out of his mind. And then you just see like that goal again. I keep replaying that dumb goal where he and Dyer just let that ball go right through. We'll leave the kiddos alone. Tanganga, I'm going to say below expectations. I expected him to play more. Doherty, definitely below expectations, just in the sense that I just thought he would be a starter. I thought he would walk into this team a little bit. It's so disappointing. Kyle Walker running out and going to Man City, and then Trippier, right, like filling in, and then we let Trippier go. I mean, we've lost some good right backs, and it's been disappointing. Let's see what else. Hugo is meeting expectations. Harry sideways is below. Harry sideways. Winks? Harry Kane? I don't know what sideways means. Below expectations. Let's see. What else? Hugo is above. As a whole, Hugo deserves to be at the top. I would agree with that, but I want him to be a captain sometimes. I feel like his leadership, I don't know what his leadership is like maybe in the dressing room it's strong. I'm going to say Carlos Vinicius is above expectations, which is why I get so frustrated that he's not in the starting 11 when we don't have a striker. Why are we putting him on at halftime, wasting a sub for Sanchez? That's just so silly. Lucas Moura, I'm going to say below expectations. He started the season above expectations for me. I thought he started really well. Harry Kane's got to be above expectations. The guy has so many assists this season. You would never have expected him to get that many assists. Same with Sonny. He's scoring goals like none other. Ben Davies, you guys know this one tugging on the heartstrings. No, I'm just kidding. I really feel like Ben Davies is meeting expectations. He's not doing anything special, and he makes mistakes. It's kind of like Harry Winks. I expect them to make mistakes, and they do. They do. Joe Rodon, I would say meeting expectations. He's doing all right, not blowing me away. Eric Lamela, also meeting expectations. Like, he does his job, but he's injured all the time. Toby, I'm going to say Toby is also meeting expectations, but I don't understand why he's not getting the start. If it's just his pace, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Delhi is below expectations. Because I expect him to rise to the challenge. And Jose is the challenge right now. It's not even his play. It's just the mental strength to say, I'm going to get into the side no matter who the manager is. Yeah. I'll keep going really quickly. Sissoko is below expectations. I feel like he's been less exciting this season. Aurier is above expectations for me, because he's been playing out of his mind at the beginning of the season. Obviously, he made that PK mistake. Jedson Fernandez, I'm going to say below expectations because I thought he would do more for us. So at least, I'm throwing him up there. I wanted to get through quick because it's just about time for trivia. But let me go back to this chat really quick. Let's see. Hugo is above. I already did those. Doherty, my goodness, what a shambolic signing. It does seem like that. You can see why he came so cheap, right? At first it was like, why is he coming over for so cheap? Now we know. Hugo is definitely above for the season, lower on current form. I would give you that. We let Kyle Walker Peters go for Doherty. That is another, man. I need to get that out of my system. I need Dr. Hotspur, pseudopsychologist, to just remind me, hey, It's okay to have made, poor expectations, but let's learn to have better expectations as well. Harry Winks is what you meant. Sorry. I always pass it sideways. Yes, totally. That is absolutely true. Except for when he tries to ping a cross into Gareth Bale and it goes in the back of the net because it was overhit. Those are the other times that he goes forward. Doesn't even belong in the chart. Oof. That's tough. I mean, yeah. I feel like Harry Winks is a mid-table Premier League player, like regular player. He's struggling to get maybe top 6. He breaks into that, but if we want to play in the top 4, I think he's struggling too. Lamella with question marks. Lamella was good when he came on. He is good. Deli time. Yep. Let's see. Deli's unprofessional. He's young. I think Deli is young. Free Deli. Yeah, I would love to get him in. Sorry to draw you off topic. I sent you a Discord message. Not too sure if you've seen it yet. Oh, I might not have seen it yet. I don't know when you sent it, but I will take a look at my messages. Jedson Who, of course. Dr. T Hotspur at your service. All right, friends. You know what time it is. Gotta fix this up. It's time, friends, for Dr. Hotspur to start what we would like to call Tottenham Trivia. Tottenham Trivia! Gosh, why do I love this so much? I love this so much. It literally brings me so much joy. I just want to go back to this. Let's see. Where are we at? Here we are. Forgive the mistake on second and third there, but Regina is rocking the top of the trivia, followed by Techno with 9 points, Ginty with 5, Thomas Nation at 4, James Watson, Crispy, and then down here we got it, Harry and Eunice and Jack. Eunice, you're already on that leaderboard, and so I'm so glad we have something like this to do, especially when it's been such a hard week. So let me get to these questions, and what we're going to do, because we've figured out how to do the chat, have you guys do it in the chat. I'm going to do a countdown again. So here's what the countdown looks like. I hope. Oh, I've got it on the wrong one. Let's go back to this. Countdown. So there's this countdown. It'll count all the way down to 0. You got 11 full seconds. And at the end of those 11 seconds, you'll hear the sound. And at that sound, time's up. All right? I'm going to give you some time to get the questions answered. But I can't, this is the internet. You could be Googling questions. And if you're Googling questions, that's not your brain. That is the hive mind of the internet's brain. So here we go. Are you ready? If you're ready, put "Come on, you Spurs" in the chat.
Come on, you Spurs!
Let's go. Let's see. All right, we're ready. I got it. Let's do this. Question number 1. Oh, I love it. Come on, you Spurs! Question number 1. Here it is. We're about to throw that countdown up there. NBD. Here we go. Speaking of Deli Alley, Deli has a sponsorship deal with what sportswear and equipment supplier? Deli has a sponsorship deal with what sportswear and equipment supplier? First one to get it. We got 11 seconds running down on that clock. Oh, Eunice got it. Wow. Eunice was the first. Well done. Yes, the answer, my friends, is Adidas. The answer is Adidas. I mean, I don't know how long he'll be able to keep that if he's not playing ever. But it's true. It's true. All right. First question goes to Eunice. Moving up. Wow. That moved you up into 7th by yourself. Harry Kane, drop below you. I don't think that's a real Harry Kane. If that was, though, I would feel so good. Okay, next question. Here it is. This is a little tougher one for a 1-pointer. So I'm willing to give you 3 points if you get this right. Okay? Big points. Jose Mourinho was 49 years and 12 days old when he reached this Champions League milestone. What milestone did Jose Mourinho reach when he was 49 years and 12 days old? You ready? I'm giving you the countdown, and you tell me the answer. See if you can get it. And if you don't know, just throw a guess out there. It doesn't hurt to guess. Doesn't hurt to guess. Nope, it's not the semifinal, not the fourth final, not Porto, not 2 times champions. I mean, those are all very good. Those are all very good, but I'm sorry, all of them are incorrect. It's kind of a hard one to find, but I like to keep these questions. So go back and take a look, see if you can, Google the interwebs and find out what milestone he reached when he was at the youthful age of 49 years and 12 days old. At least for a manager, it was youthful. All right, third question. Name 3. Ready? Name 3 of the last 5 players to score on their debut. Name 3 of the last 5 players to score on their debut for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The clock is ticking. Who will get it? That's the question. Gotta have 3. Gotta have 3 of the 5. All right, I'll give you an extra 11 seconds because it's more names. All right, so get it in there. Let's see what we've got. No, it is not Deli Bergwijn Winks, and no, it is not Winks, not Winks. Nope, not Deli either. Man, we're so close. We're so close. It's just so funny. YouTube is like, are these comments okay? That's so funny. No. Okay, sorry. We got to stop it right there. Everybody, let me take a look. Gio, Ndombele, Vinicius, no. Bergwijn is the only one I know. Bergwijn, Deli, Gio, no. Bergwijn, Vinny, Ndombele, no. Bergwijn, Gio, Ndombele, no. Wow. This is a tough one. But it's really interesting. I'm going to keep it secret. I thought for sure someone would get this one. But yeah, go back, take a look. It's kind of interesting to see who has scored on their debut. And maybe I should have made that more clear that it's Premier League debut. I don't know. I don't even know if those guys scored on their Europa League debuts. Maybe it is Premier League. Ooh, Alfie, that's a good one. Yeah, that's since I created this question. So I should have said, oh, that moves the last one out. Okay, so that's good to know. So Alfie is one of them. Good call. Man, I love doing this. Even I'm learning. Okay, question number 4. Here we go. Question number 4. And we're going to do it in the Dr. Tottenham or Dr. Hotspur voice. It's a hard one. But if you know a little bit about Jose, you'll get this. What order of knighthood... I'm sorry, not Jose. I did Jose the last time. This is Hugo. What order of knighthood is Hugo Lloris a part of? What order of knighthood is Hugo Lloris a part of? I'm starting the countdown now. We got a couple knighted human beings in our squad. Jose, Hugo Lloris, Harry Kane, MBE. No clue. Okay, maybe I'm making these. Oh, Order of France. It's in France. It's in France. If you're French, you would probably know. That's the thing. And I'm not French. I had to look these up. UNFP. Man, I don't even know if that might be. Let me look that up. UNFP? UNFP. I don't know what that even is. I don't think that's it. No. Okay, we're going to keep moving. I made some of these too hard. I apologize. All right, this is a good one. This is an easy one. I think we can all get this one. Here it is. You ready? Where is Ryan Sessegnon on loan? Where is Ryan Sessegnon on loan? Ready? Countdown begins. Who can do it? Boom! Eunice, Techno, Reggie. Oh, wow, you guys are... I feel like because the last ones were like so poor, I'm going to give it to you all. So Eunice. Let's go. I feel bad about these last ones. Come on now. Eunice. I'm going to give you... how about this? Eunice, you get 2. Because you got it first. And then I'll give Tech, Regina, Rune, James, Tosh, Lem. I'll give it to y'all. Everybody gets a point. We got to get this leaderboard filled up. All right, here it is. Question number 6. This is a good one. You ready? Oh, I love these. Who is not the first most, but who is the second most expensive transfer departure in Spurs history? Who is it? You don't have to know the numbers. Who is the second most expensive transfer departure in Spurs history? The clock is ticking. Bale is number 1. Bale is number 1. Oh, Techno! Techno got it. It was not Luka Modric. This blew my mind. It was, as you said, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. Way to go in terms of the guess, because I would not have expected that at all. I would have said something like Modric as well. But yes, it is actually the one and only Kyle Walker, not to be confused with Kyle Walker Peters. Now, this one is the last 1-point question. After this, it'll be 3 points per question, which is insane. But this is the last 1-point question. And sometimes I feel like if I ask a question about Eric Dyer, Regina's got she's up there. She's going to get it. But here it is. It's about Eric Dyer. What is Eric Dyer's full name? What is Eric Dyer's full name? And the clock starts now. Eric Dyer's full name. Can we get it? That's the question. Jeremy's in there. Not Richard. Sporting. Edgar. Wait, Michael Stender. Oh, somebody, hold on. There's so many people. This is so great. Okay, hold on. So it looks like, okay, so Michael Stender got Edgar, which is part of his name. Who got Jeremy? Techno. I'm gonna give half a point to each of you because the two of you together got it. So Techno gets 1/2 a point, 0.5, and Michael Stender gets 0.5 as well. The answer to the question is Eric Jeremy Edgar Dyer. Eric Jeremy Edgar Dyer. Isn't that crazy? This guy's got 4 names in his name. And to be honest, you should look up some of the other names because they are going to be trivia questions. I can promise you that. And some of them are incredible. So go to their wiki page, look up their full names. It's insane. But yes, Eric Jeremy Edgar Dyer. Well done to the two of you for getting that serial killer. Yeah, what in terms of his name? I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. 3 pointers. 3 pointers. Here we go. These are all worth 3 points, and I'm telling you, these are worth it. You want to get the 3 pointers because it really helps you boost up that table. I mean, if you had 1 point, but you got all 3 3-pointers, you would catch up to Regina at the top of the table. Let me remind you that this is what the leaderboard looked like. It doesn't look like this now, but Regina was at the top of the table. Man, I think Techno has gotten a couple answers correct, and he might be taking that top spot, and maybe you could break into that top 4. So here we go. Here's the question. Where did Tottenham play their home games before Northumberland Park? Where did Tottenham play their home games before Northumberland Park? The countdown starts now. No, not Wembley. Where did Tottenham play their home games before Northumberland Park? No clue. Not Wembley. I'm gonna give you another 11 seconds if you know. Hotspur Way, no. London, yeah. White Hart Lane, no. UK. Oh my gosh. All right, that's it. You have enough time to Google it at that point. So I'm gonna leave it at that. They played it in a stadium. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, come on. We gotta actually get this. All right, question number 2. This is another tough one, but great. If you're looking for stuff to look up about Tottenham on the internet, this is a great thing to look up. Which player scored the goal that wasn't a goal in January of 2005? And I'll give you a hint. It was against Manchester United. Which player scored the goal that wasn't a goal in January of 2005? Nope, it was not Keane. The clock is ticking. Not Berbatov. Can't remember. Man, when you watch this back, you're going to be... Maybe you're a new fan. Nope, not Jimmy. Okay. We'll have to save that one again. Man, there's a lot of these getting saved, but that's okay. It's going to be worth it when you look this up. So the goal that wasn't a goal in January of 2005, when you watch this, I'm telling you, it feels like this is the kind of stuff that happens to Spurs. You know, it goes back to like some of the VAR calls where like, you know, an armpit is over the line, or how did Son Heung-min get offsides there? I don't even understand. All right, last question. Here it is. Third and final 3-point question. Hopefully someone gets this. I'm going to give a little bit more time. We'll give 22 seconds to this because there's a couple things here. It says this: Tottenham broke their transfer record 3 times in the summer of 2013. This is after they sold Gareth Bale. They broke their transfer record 3 times. Who were the 3 players to break the record? And I'm going to do 2 countdowns of 11 seconds, so get it in there. Lamela is one of them. That is for sure. Lamela is one. Sanchez was not bought in 2013. Keep going. I'm going to give you another 11 seconds. Got 2 more. Soldado is the second. Toby, nope. Keep going. Oh man, you guys are so close. Here's what I'm going to do. If you said one of them, however many you got, I'll give you a point for each one, okay? So let's see here. We've got a point for Rune, Eunice, Ashley, Carter, Techno, Lemonade. Man, these are so close. Techno, I'm gonna have to go back. I know you got it by now, but so close. Yeah, I'll go back through this chat and we'll make sure that we got everybody their points. Guys, this is changing the match. This is changing the game. This is changing that Tottenham trivia leaderboard. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think Techno might have taken that top spot away from Regina. And a lot of people are getting on the leaderboard and moving up the leaderboard. It's so fun to do a little bit of Tottenham trivia with you all. Thank you, as always, for playing. I think it does lift the spirits a little bit. And again, like I said, you know, I'm still relegation threat. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're always welcome to play. And guys, let me just say a few final words from Dr. Hotspur, pseudopsychologist, helping us process emotionally what Spurs have been going through these last couple games. When you talk about expectations, it can be really difficult. It can be really difficult, especially when expectations were so high at the beginning. But I want to remind you that we are Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and we're going to fight back. We're going to bounce back. And maybe you don't trust Jose. Maybe you don't trust Levy, but you can trust in Harry Kane, and you can trust in Hugo Lloris, and you know for sure that you can trust in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. All right? So, we lost 2. We're looking at Chelsea. Man, expectations. Manage your expectations. Might not be the time to be expecting a win, even though it's at home. We're up against Chelsea. So take a deep breath. Let it all out. And remember, we're going to make it. And potentially, there's still 2 cups, 3 cups that we could win. Don't blow a gasket. Take a deep breath. And keep watching Tottenham. Friends, so fun. So fun to do this. I love doing this little Dr. Hotspur. And I love watching the games with you, talking about the games with you. So I won't be able to do a watch along on Thursday. But we will be back here on Monday, 1:30. You should be here too. And who knows what we've got planned. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
And as always, or as ever, it was great talking with you.